From the shows coming out of Asia, we know that the Monstera is popular. It has been for a long time, and it continues to be. But how popular are the others? Today we're going to explore some of the most popular plant families, and I can almost guarantee you that the results will surprise you. What people are looking for all across the world. What's the search volumes for these different plant families relative to other plants? So up here on the screen is a graph, and I want you to try and guess, this is for the last 20 years, I want you to try and guess what is the most popular line in the last 20 years. And it's definitely the red line on average. I'm making sure I'm not showing you the answer. So try and guess out of Anthurium, Alocasia, Monstera, Hoya, and Philodendron, those 5, what are the most popular through search volume in the last 20 years, okay? All right, we'll tell you at the end of the video. So I asked you guys online on Instagram what you thought the most popular plant family is, or what the hottest plant family was for 2024. And for a while, the poll was tied, but we have Monstera in the lead with 34%, then Anthurium, then Alocasia, and Hoya. And before I dug into the data myself, honestly, for this year, my vote would have been for Anthurium, I think. For Anthurium. I thought Monstera has been like the last 3 years from 2020 to like 2023. I still think it's obviously a popular plant, but I thought maybe I'm just like an Anthurium hole on my algorithm, but I thought that would easily take the cake. And the only reason why Hoya even made it onto this list is because I was talking with my friends over at Palm Street, the sponsor of today's video. Palm Street is a really cool live selling app where you can buy and sell different tropical plants and crystals and anything really plant related. And honestly, the prices are better than anywhere I've ever seen. At first, it kind of frustrated me as a seller because the prices are so damn good, but for the buyer, it is just an awesome opportunity to get some really rare plants. I've had a ton of trouble importing recently, and it is my go-to place to buy and sell plants. Check me out there for a few new lives this month in August, and I'll see you over on the Palm Street app. Use my code down below to get a discount on your first purchase. They were telling me how popular Hoya's been selling on their platform. And to be real with you, I just never got the allure of the Hoya. The wax plant, it's a succulent-like plant. I already don't really like succulent-like leaves that really trap in all that moisture. This is just a personal preference. I'm not saying I'm right or you're wrong. This is just a personal opinion. And it's historically been known as a grandma's plant. But there are some really cool variegated Hoyas. And just, I guess, non-variegated Hoyas. I know nothing about them. At least it's an easy word for me to pronounce. But like, these are really cool. That's right. This is a hell of a photogenic plant. This is a really pretty plant. And their blooms are very pretty. Oh, wow. That's a great time lapse. The blooms are really pretty, and I hear they smell very good. I hear they smell like vanilla, I believe. Oh, that's dope. It also kind of creeps me out. I don't know. Sometimes time lapses, like biological things, like, I don't know, like crawls me up my spine. Yeah, that was fun. But very pretty little blossoms, but I'm gonna be real, kind of a grandma's plant. Kind of a plant my grandma would have. Not very tropical, big. It's not giving like luscious, big foliage to me, but I can see why people aesthetically like them. That's a really cool blossom. I love how it hangs down. I think I'm definitely a sucker for the hunter green and like the grayish on this Hoya. That one's really cool. A lot of them I'm seeing are coming out of Asia and Australia. I believe that is their native habitat. Oh, this is really cool. Monica used to have an unvariegated version of this. They used to call it like the something tail, but that's really pretty in the variegated version. Looks like it would rot out so badly. Like if you're an overwaterer, you should probably avoid Hoyas. But really, how expensive can Hoyas be? Apparently, some Hoyas can be quite expensive. Here's a $700 one. Damn, $700 per plant, or $7,000 for 10. Here's a Hoya Wayettii, $11. Not my favorite looking plant. It's just like a succulent looking plant, so not my favorite. But going back to our graph, that red line, yes, believe it or not, that red line is Hoya. And on average in the last 20 years, Hoya has absolutely dominated the other plant families. And these are not just little families. These are the big aroids, the heavy hitters. And it was only in 2020 that the Monstera surpassed Hoya, and this is Google search volumes worldwide for the last 20 years. The things people are typing into their cell phones or in their computers. But up until then, I mean, at many times, Hoya was 10 times more popular than Monstera. And for a couple little anomalies in like 2008, Hoya was 95 times more popular in search volume. So let's look at the last 5 years, what's been going on with the overall, like the popular plant market. So this past week, leading the pack with 61 points in purple, we have Monstera. So the people who voted for Monstera on Instagram, you win. You're correct. But no one guessed Hoya. I mean, very few people guessed Hoya. And that was honestly the most shocking one. Look, you can see where Hoya lost its reign literally when the pandemic started. It still was put up a pretty good fight until May. And Hoya did recently overtake Monstera in this week in May. I'm not sure what happened there. You can tell I'm a data nerd, but I'll keep it short. I will not go too nerdy here. Hoya at 42 points, and then we've got Philodendron, and then finally, kind of a shocker, Alocasia, and coming in last place, Anthurium. That is honestly like a huge shocker. Anthurium in last place. Wow. And that's the last 5 years. You can see the cyclicality of plants. You can see like the December lows. We're going to make a video on the cyclicality of houseplants, so keep an eye out for that. And then you can see it really peak out here in like spring, summer. There's always a summer slowdown and then back to that end of year. But Monstera, I mean, still a really strong candidate. I'm talking about them like they're Olympians. It's honestly more fun to me than the Olympics. And to take out the bottom one, to give you guys a take out Anthurium, because I guess it's in last place, to show you how dominant other indoor plants are, such as orchids. It's not even close. Orchid is like the blue line just blowing everything out of the water. So remember also, when we're in our little Monstera aeroid bubble, that the big dogs of the tropical plant world still are the orchids. And I did look up Nepenthes, pitcher plants, Syngonium, Syndapsis, and even snake plant. Snake plants don't even hold a candle to Monstera. And what actually surprised me is that fiddle leaf figs weren't that popular there. I mean, it's always been a really popular plant, especially in the pandemic start. But fiddle leaf fig is really low search volume. This is a gorgeous Hoya. That is really pretty. Again, like the colors of it get me, but like the legginess of it, and it's just not lush. It doesn't make me feel tropical. I don't know, it makes me feel arid and like dry. Which that means it probably does pretty well in like a non-IKEA greenhouse, like in your regular house in 40 to 50% humidity. Probably does pretty well. I also have heard that they propagate pretty well. You can see actually along the stem there, the adventitious roots kind of coming out. That is very pretty variegation. I will say that. And then like, yeah, I mean, like the little hair clips. I kind of can't stand the little hair clips. It's from the orchid people. But I guess I'm just a Hoya hater. It's not for me. But if you're into it, it's for you. Do your thing. I'm not going to hate on it. But the numbers don't lie, and Monstera is still in the lead, and I'm for sure Team Monstera. So if you guys want to get some of the most popular plants at some of the best deals, head over to Palm Street and check them out to see if you can get a Monstera, an Anthurium, an Alocasia. Just get something you like, not what is most popular. And hey, if you want to get a really good deal, buy the things that are the least popular, and you'll get the best deal. How about that? So thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. It does mean the world to me that you're here with me each week. I don't take it lightly, and I truly appreciate it, so thank you. So come back for another video about plants next week, and click subscribe so you'll get notified when I drop a new video every Saturday. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.